The Keddie cabin murders, a name whispered in hushed tones, a story that chills the bone. April 11th, 1981, a date etched in darkness. In the secluded woods of Keddie, California, a family's peaceful existence was shattered. Their sanctuary, Cabin 28, became their tomb. The victims, a mother, two of her children, and a family friend. Their deaths, brutal, unexplained, haunting. The killer, never found. The mystery, unsolved. For decades, the silence of the mountains has held the answers, but the mountains remain tight-lipped, their secrets buried deep. Nestled amidst towering pines and shrouded in an eerie silence, Keddie is a place where time seems to have stopped. The dense forest, with its tall, mist-covered trees, creates an almost impenetrable barrier, isolating the town from the outside world. The fog that rolls in each morning adds to the sense of mystery, making it feel as though the town is perpetually caught in a twilight zone. Keddie was once a bustling resort town, a haven for those seeking respite from the hustle and bustle of city life. Families would flock here during the summer months, filling the streets with laughter and joy. The town was alive with the sounds of children playing, couples strolling hand in hand, and the clinking of glasses in the local taverns. It was a place where memories were made and dreams were born. Now it stands as a ghost of its former self. The once thriving businesses are boarded up, their signs faded and forgotten. The streets once filled with the chatter of tourists are now eerily silent. The buildings once proud and full of life are now mere skeletons, their windows shattered and their walls crumbling. Decaying cabins line the deserted streets, their wooden frames rotting and their roofs caving in. These cabins, which once provided shelter and comfort to countless visitors, now stand as silent sentinels, bearing witness to the passage of time and the town's slow decline. Their empty windows like vacant eyes staring out into the woods, as if searching for the souls that once inhabited them. The glass, cracked and dirty, reflects the desolation that has taken hold of the town. The air is thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, a constant reminder of the secrets the forest holds. The ground is carpeted with a thick layer of pine needles, muffling the sound of footsteps and adding to the sense of isolation. A constant reminder of the secrets the forest holds. The trees, tall and imposing, seem to whisper among themselves, sharing stories of the past and the mysteries that remain unsolved. The mist that clings to the forest floor adds an element of the supernatural, making it feel as though the forest itself is alive and watching. A palpable sense of dread hangs over Keddie, a weight that settles in your stomach and refuses to leave. The town's dark history is ever present, casting a long shadow over everything. The atmosphere is thick with tension, as if the very air is charged with the memories of past tragedies. A weight that settles in your stomach and refuses to leave. Visitors often speak of an overwhelming sense of unease, a feeling that they are being watched. The silence is oppressive, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant call of a bird. Every step taken in Keddie feels heavy, as if the town itself is reluctant to let go of its secrets. The once vibrant community now whispers tales of tragedy. The photographs, faded and tattered, tell the story of a town that was once full of life. Faces frozen in time, smiling and carefree, now serve as a haunting reminder of what was lost. The stories of those who lived here, their hopes and dreams, are now just echoes in the wind. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying with it the echoes of screams that will never be forgotten. The branches sway and creak as if the trees themselves are mourning the loss of the town's former glory. The wind, ever present, seems to carry the weight of the town's history, a constant reminder of the tragedies that have befallen Keddie, carrying with it the echoes of screams that will never be forgotten. As night falls, the forest takes on an even more sinister appearance. The darkness is impenetrable, and the sounds of the forest become amplified, creating an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. The town, shrouded in shadow, stands as a testament to the passage of time and the enduring power of memory. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, ominous shadows across the small town of Keddie. The air grew colder, and the once vibrant colors of the day faded into a deep, foreboding twilight. The town, nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains, seemed to hold its breath as if sensing the impending doom. Inside Cabin 28, the Sharp family prepared for a typical night. The log cabin, with its rustic charm, was a sanctuary for the family, a place where they felt safe and secure. The warm glow of the fireplace cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating an atmosphere of comfort and tranquility. Glenna Sue Sharp, a devoted mother, tended to her 5 children with loving care. She moved through the cabin with practiced ease, ensuring that each child was settled and content. Her gentle touch and soothing words were a constant source of reassurance for her family. John, her eldest son, spent time with his friend Dana Wingate in the adjacent bedroom. The two boys, both 16, shared a bond of friendship that was evident in their easy laughter and animated conversation. They talked about school, their future plans, and the latest music, oblivious to the dark fate that awaited them. Downstairs, 12-year-old Tina chatted with her friend Sheila Sharp, who was spending the night. The girls giggled and whispered secrets, their youthful innocence a stark contrast to the sinister events that would soon unfold. They made plans for the next day, dreaming of adventures that would never come to pass. Unaware, they were living their final hours. The ticking of the clock in the dimly lit room was a haunting reminder of the passage of time, each second bringing them closer to the unimaginable horror that lay ahead. The family, wrapped in their nightly routines, had no inkling of the malevolent force that was about to invade their sanctuary. Darkness fell, blanketing the cabin in an unsettling stillness. The forest surrounding the cabin seemed to close in, its shadows deepening and merging with the night. The once familiar sounds of the evening, the rustling of leaves, the distant call of an owl, now felt ominous and foreboding. The silence was soon shattered. Screams pierced the night, a struggle, then a chilling quiet. The peaceful cabin was transformed into a scene of chaos and terror. The sounds of breaking glass, desperate cries for help, and the thud of heavy footsteps echoed through the night, only to be replaced by an eerie, oppressive silence. Evil had descended upon Cabin 28, leaving behind an unspeakable horror. The once cozy home was now a crime scene, its walls bearing witness to the brutality that had occurred. The Sharp family, who had sought refuge in their mountain cabin, had fallen victim to a night of unthinkable horror, their lives forever changed by the darkness that had invaded their sanctuary. Sue Sharp, a loving mother; John Sharp, a typical teenager; Dana Wingate, a visitor seeking refuge. All three were found in the living room of Cabin 28, bound and lifeless. The brutality of their deaths sent shockwaves through the small community and beyond. Tina, the youngest, was gone, vanished without a trace. Her disappearance fueled countless theories and nightmares. The victims, their lives tragically cut short, became forever frozen in time. Their memories a painful reminder of the evil that lurks in the shadows. Section 5, a gruesome discovery. In the dead of night, the forest stood silent, shrouded in an eerie fog. The moon cast a ghostly glow on the cabin, a place that would soon become the epicenter of a chilling tale. As the first rays of dawn pierced through the dense canopy, the morning light revealed the true horror of the night before. The forest, once a sanctuary of peace, now held a sinister secret. Sheila Sharp, Tina's friend, stumbled out of the cabin, her face a mask of shock and disbelief. She had spent the night in what she thought was a safe haven, only to awaken to a nightmare. Her eyes were wide with terror, her voice a choked whisper as she recounted the horrifying discovery. It was everywhere," she stammered, her hands trembling uncontrollably. The sheer terror in her eyes spoke volumes of the unspeakable horrors she had witnessed. The police arrived to a scene of unimaginable brutality. The flashing lights of their cars cast an ominous glow on the cabin, now cordoned off with bright yellow tape. Officers moved with grim determination, knowing they were about to face something truly horrific. The cabin, once a place of warmth and laughter, was now a blood-soaked crime scene. The walls, which had echoed with joy, were now stained with the evidence of a violent struggle. Furniture lay overturned, and the air was thick with the metallic scent of blood. The victims, their bodies bearing the marks of a frenzied attack, lay silent. Each body was a testament to the savagery that had occurred. Crime scene markers dotted the floor, highlighting the gruesome details of the attack. Every creak of the floorboards, every draft of wind through the broken windows seemed to whisper tales of the horrors that unfolded that night. The cabin, now a silent witness to the brutality, held its secrets close, the echoes of that dreadful night lingering in every corner. The investigation would be long and arduous, with each piece of evidence painting a clearer picture of the terror that had transpired. The community, once tight-knit and trusting, was now gripped by fear and suspicion. The gruesome discovery had shattered their sense of security, leaving them to grapple with the haunting question, who could commit such an atrocity? As the days turned into weeks, the search for answers continued, but the scars left by that night would never fully heal. Section 6, a labyrinth of clues. The investigation began immediately, a frantic search for answers in a sea of chaos. Fingerprints smudged, footprints leading to nowhere. The murder weapons, a hammer and a knife, offered no clues to the identity of the killer. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. The case went cold. Whispers of a cover-up and rumors of multiple suspects circulated through the town. The truth, it seemed, was lost in a labyrinth of clues that led nowhere. Section 7. The mystery endures. Years have passed, but the Keddie cabin murders remain a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic settings. Theories abound, each more chilling than the last, but the truth remains elusive. Was it a random act of violence, a crime of passion, or was there something more sinister at play? The lack of answers only deepens the mystery, leaving us to grapple with the chilling reality that some crimes are destined to remain unsolved. Section 8. Whispers in the wind. The residents of Keddie still speak of that fateful night, their voices hushed, their eyes filled with a mixture of fear and sadness. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying with it fragments of stories, rumors, and speculation. Some believe the killers were never caught, that they vanished into the vast wilderness surrounding the town. Others cling to the hope that justice will one day be served, that the truth will emerge from the shadows. But for now, the answers remain lost in the silence of the mountains. Section 9. The cabin remains silent. Cabin 28 stood for years, a silent sentinel to the horrific events of that night, a constant reminder of the lives lost and the mystery left unsolved. It became a macabre tourist attraction, drawing those seeking a glimpse into the darkness. Finally, in 2004, the cabin was demolished, its destruction an attempt to erase the physical reminder of the tragedy. But the memories linger, etched into the very fabric of Keddie. The cabin may be gone, but its silence is deafening. Section 10. The Keddie cabin murders remain a chilling testament to the darkness that can reside in the human heart, lurking unseen. The victims deserve justice, their families closure and peace. But as the years pass, the hope of finding answers fades into the shadows. The case grows colder, the trail more distant and elusive. The silence of the mountains is unbroken, the truth hidden beneath layers of time and speculation, waiting to be uncovered.